Hi, this is Dee with Divine Needle, and I am going to do a weekend reading. And welcome to the age of Aquarius. It is February the 5th, and when I first started recording it, it was 8:11. Don't fear the 11s. Yeah. So this is a weekend reading for everybody down here on missions. Some of you know specifically what your mission is. Others are figuring it out. Others have no clue. It'll come to you. You just have to be open to all the signs. They're going to use numbers, music, your intuition, telepathy, and signs even from the animals in the sky. At least that's what they do with me. Not to mention visions and dreams. They'll let you know. All right. TGIF. Almost thought I forgot, didn't you? All right. Those on missions for the weekend. Let's get some cards. I have a lot of work to do. I started working on some videos yesterday evening, finally. And I had computer issues. I had computer issues right before doing this reading. Technical difficulties. It's all about divine timing. I got halfway done with that video I was working on and was having some issues, so I'm going to have to redo it. I do hope that you watch what I'm putting out on Divine L, because it's important, like super important, biblical actually, turns out, which I wasn't aware of until after the fact. But anyway, I digress. Let's get on with the reading for those on missions down here. Yes, those on missions here. What does everybody need to know about what's going on? Okay, they told me more than once, not this deck. But they did tell me this deck. That's what I get for ignoring. Yep, that's what I get for ignoring. Don't ignore what they're telling you. I do it all the time. Don't do what I do. Try not to, okay? I'm terrible. I'm not a very good listener sometimes. Very stubborn Aquarius, after all. That's pretty self-explanatory. Aquarius. It's an Aquarius thing. Okay, that card's popped at me more than once. So, we shall look at it. All right, let's see what they got to say about that. I haven't seen that card yet, so it'll be interesting to see what it says. Very. All right, what we got? Old feelings are resurfacing, and again, you'll find yourself on an emotional roller coaster. Don't fight it. Instead, allow these feelings to surface without judging them. They are neither good nor bad. They are simply a part of you. Own them, embrace them, and love them. Bless the past and be grateful for the deep and profound healing that is taking place. And there we go. When I drag out the heart cards, with the camera doing the heartbeat. Yeah, that's a thing. Something about those cards. Anyway, yeah. Old feelings resurfacing. Probably that. Are we good enough? Can we do our mission? Do we have what it takes? Own those feelings. Own them. Okay, I'm going to play around with the camera for a moment and pause this. All right, I played with it. Let me play with it just a tad more. Okay. All right. I'm trying to get it up high enough. I may have to move where I have this thing positioned, because it's so finicky about, and I need it up high enough to get all the cards on the board, you know? So, fussiness. Fussiness with the computer, fussiness with the camera, fussiness with the mic this morning. Yeah, it sounded very robotic. I had to restart everything. All right. Yeah, robotic. Okay. Back into the reading. Old feelings resurfacing for many of you. Some of those deal with people and things that occurred in the past. Just let that emotion come up, deal with it, confront it, own it. It's kind of like what I tell people when they're doing the inner work. Redeem yourselves to yourselves, nobody else. And if you just have to tell somebody, make sure it's somebody else that's done the work. Because somebody that hasn't done the work, yeah, they could use it against you. So, yeah. Anyway. Redeem yourself to yourself. Own it. Then release it. Cry. Get a box of Kleenex. Cry and cry if you need to. It's good. Crying is very healing. It's a beautiful day here. All right. And the little kitties, just an update, are outside for their second day. Zeus disappeared till 10:30 last night. Had me worried to death. But he showed up, meowed at the door, just like his big sis. He took clues from her, and there he was. So everybody was safe and sound and in their beds by 11 o'clock last night, including Zeus. All right. Those on a mission. Any sort of theme or messages you want to give us? Okay. Yeah. Healing. Precisely. Get those good cries out. Healing. Heart chakra. The heart. The heartbeat of the camera. It's good for the heart chakra. We all need it. We all have to do it occasionally. Clear out those old feelings that are resurfacing. Those old inner demons come back to haunt us sometimes, even after we thought we had that cleared, right? That happens. All right. Once again, I'm not using Spirit Keepers. That deck is frozen in time right now because of what it told me. One of the most important biblical things is what it told me. Has to do with my mission. And here I thought I finished the biggest part of my mission, and they throw a bombshell in my lap with that reading. My mission isn't over. I knew it was multi-pronged. I didn't realize, where it was going precisely, but now I do. It's like, okay. All right, guys. Let's see what the overall energy, well, okay, we're going to just get right at it. Dominion. Scope out your dominion. Do you want to rule a kingdom, or do you want an empire? You hold the world in your hand. Pick your path. Dominion. This is Uranus, Aries, Mars. That is a two of wands, 2 scepters. I do love this new deck, though. It is fantastic. As soon as I get done doing the videos, I'm going to be releasing on Divine L. I'll resurface this deck, but until then, it's on lockdown. So, just saying. Just saying again. What's our highest priority this weekend? What is our highest priority for this weekend? Those of us on missions need to know. FYI. Give us some info. What's our highest priority this weekend? Okay. Okay, couple. The cups. It's all about the emotions this weekend. Blended pleasure. This is the 4 of cups or chalices. And the 5 of chalices. Loss and pleasure. Focusing on what we lack rather than what we have. The divine trying to hand us something while we're being reflective, maybe perhaps about this past resurfacing. This card can go 2 ways. It's the divine trying to hand you something and you missing the opportunity because you're too focused on what you lack rather than what you have. Or it could be, no, that's exactly what it is. Okay. That's exactly what it is. That's what they're telling me anyway. Let's move these over just a little. All right. We got a 4 and a 5 in the middle. Oh. The card left behind on the table is the next card, along with the moon. Mindful of, prepare for. Underlying is perfected work. That was weird. They don't often do that to me, but they did today. All right. Let's take a look at what we've got here. Picking the path, your dominion, the scope of where you're heading. But because of focusing on what we lack, there's missed opportunities. Because of this, clearing that heart chakra and the emotional roller coaster, all these cups, highest priority. You need to clear it, get it out of your system. Because you're not going to hear what you need to do next unless you clear that. What to be mindful of, prepare for. The moon and the star. You know the journey ahead is not going to be completely clear. There's that path you got to take, right? That leads you to the enlightenment of the moon rather than the sun, which can be a little bit dark and shadowy. But once you walk that path, everything illuminates to the star, wish fulfillment, and divine healing. The card of Aquarius. This is the card of Cancer. So some of you may be dealing with a Cancer. No, it's not the card of Cancer. The moon is Pisces. Excuse me. Some of you may be dealing with, but that is Aquarius. But I feel like going down that path, no matter where it's taking us, is really important because it will lead to the healing and wish fulfillment of the star card. That path will lead you to, guess who? The goddess. That is the water bearer. That is the great genius of many prophecies. That is the creator. I know a lot of you have subscribed to the inversions down here. But after many years of study, diligent study and research, guided by a couple of archangels, yeah, the inversion. It's not a male, it's a female. Leading you down that path. She is not the man in the moon. It's the woman in the moon. The underlying energy. Perfected work. This is the Foundations card. Perfected work is the underlying. What this is telling me is if you get this emotional stuff out of the way, it will help you on your missions and stabilize your foundation. Open up that heart chakra with healing. Let's get some additional messages. The red door. That just popped at me like nobody's business. The red door. Why is that really? Maybe it's because if you take this path, it'll lead you through that door to your great work. Any additional information? Okay, that was quick. Man in hell. And it knocked the moon card sideways. The creator. Yep. She is the creator. That's no doubt. The bottom of the deck, adventure. Childlike innocence, fool card, basically. Getting on with our missions. Jumping out there. For some of us, I think they want us to express our emotions, and that's hard, especially for an Aquarius, trust. Express our emotions outwardly when we're doing our work, possibly. Maybe even talk about these missed opportunities and our focus on our lack. Maybe that'll help clear some of this that's coming up for us all the time. That's very possible. Because it's one thing that I saw in somebody else's reading, actually. Telling the Aquariuses to us asking for help from others is extremely difficult. It's quite excruciating for an Aquarius to ask for help. That's just a thing. But, yeah. One thing, because of that, I'm going to do this right now. My husband's been out of the house working because of the channels. It didn't grow as fast as he would have liked. And we had a lot falling down around us, basically. So he felt urged to go out of the house to work instead of doing the readings. So, if you'd like a private reading, the information will be in the description box below. Hint, hint. It helps keep us going and doing the missions. And part of his mission is supporting my mission. He's part of my support team. He knows that. He's trying to keep me alive so I can complete my mission. And I completed some huge pieces of it already. There's more to come now, evidently. I didn't know I wasn't finished, but they told me I'm not finished yet. Anyway, so that's the weekend reading. That's my effort asking for help. Please share the videos. Let others know we're out here. We're struggling just like everybody else, trying to get these missions done. We don't want anything really, we want equal reciprocity, basically. So if you give to us, we give back, one way or another. Even if it isn't directly to you, if you don't request a reading and you just donate, it gets given back one way or another. So, just so you know. Anyway, have a fantastic weekend. Open your hearts up, clear that space, and full steam ahead. That red door is waiting for all of us. Go down that path. We need to go down that path that's never been walked. Right into the unknown, because it's going to lead us right there. The Creator. Can't make that shit up. Have a grand weekend.